Well, hello, it's Wednesday and it's time for Woolly Hats Wednesday WIP. You join me on a very sunny day, so much so I've had to move around. So you now have a lovely view of the kitchen rather than the champagne room. However, this week, it's nice to get a bit of sun, isn't it? This week I've been doing lots and lots of crochet because I've got lots and lots of crochet classes coming up. So this week we are going to be making these lovely hats, WIP hats. Please ignore the little tail on the bottom. So this introduces people to a raised treble, which creates the rib, and then also working in the back loop, which creates that lovely edge border. So I do like a raised treble. So with a raised treble, you can do lots of interesting things. So there's a basket weave, and that's just alternating 4 front post trebles, raised trebles, and 4 back. And then this one is a waffle stitch, and that is also a nice simple one to do. Great for a baby blanket because it doesn't have holes in. And this is a raised treble rib, and that's good for doing clothes and things like that to put on the edge. This is obviously knitted, but it's the same principle, that it gives a bit of stretch but brings it in, so that's quite nice. And then also this is the double rib, and this is you crochet it like that. When you double crochet into the back loop, and then you turn it round, and that creates the rib, and it's nice and stretchy. Whereas normal double crochet is quite unstretchy and wouldn't really work as a rib. So that's what we're doing in class. And here's that's another hat done in a variegated yarn, so that's quite a nice one. And also I've been doing more things with double crochet into the back loop. And so I've been making this hat here. So I'm quite pleased with this. This was in last month's Inside Crochet. It's identified as a beginner one, so it had 1 star. And this is it using entirely double crochet and half treble, but working into the back loop. So it makes it a nice stretchy thing. And it's just one row after another. So there you are. Nice hat. And the yarn is gorgeous. It's West Yorkshire Spinners Colour Lab, and it was one of their ones inspired by Sandra Rhodes. So I think it was a last year's thing, so I did actually get it cheap from Abacam, but I thought that was rather right, and it's quite nice and warm. So that's a nice simple hat to do if you fancy doing it. So all you need to do is make sure that the length is right. This one's quite long actually because it's not a nice thick rope. And excuse the dishwasher, but you could make it shorter and you can make it smaller as well. But as I said, that was in last month's Inside Crochet pattern. So that was that. What else have I been doing? Well, next week is the last week of the next steps in crochet, so we're going to do some amigurumi, which is uses entirely, almost entirely, double crochet, and you use it to make little toys. So I've been doing some prototypes. So here's a prototype snowman. There we go, with a little scarf, and he's got a little hat, and he will have a little orange nose when I've sewn them all together. So there's lots of amigurumi around at the moment because it's Christmas, and in this month's Inside Crochet there's a wreath you can do using amigurumi. That's Christmas wreath, excitable elves. I'm sure there are a lot of excitable elves around at Christmas, and they've also got Christmas socks. Now these are to hang up and put presents in. Personally, I'm not that keen on crochet socks. I prefer to knit them, but that's just my own personal preference. But there we go. So that is what I have been doing this week. And I shall be perhaps doing a little bit more because we've got on the 25th of November Christmas crochet. So if you haven't booked on, please do book on. £35, and we'll be doing decorations and all kinds of things. And there'll be Christmas nibbles as well. So there you go. So yeah, that's me for this week. I hope you're having a good week and enjoying the sun while it's out and dodging the showers while they're out as well. And I will see you next week. Bye for now.